AOTJ profile damage test time. Let's go. What? This is the aspect of the Jerry profile. If you haven't watched my last video, here's a quick recap. Basically, the main rules are as follows. 1. We're only allowed to use the aspect of the Jerry and aspect of the Jerry's signature edition to be our main damage source. 2. Other weapons are allowed, such as the Rogue Sword, which you can use for mobility, but not for damage. 3. There are exceptions to the only AOTJ rules, such as Ender Dragons or Blaze in the Blaze puzzle. 4. We're not allowed to get given free stuff, like donations or contraband. And finally, the first floor of every single dungeon run must be done without any players who aren't in the co-op. And the end goal is to beat a floor 7 dungeon run with all of these restrictions. Can we do it? Probably not. But hey, at least I'm getting some views. In the last episode, I said, in the next part I'm going to be beginning on my money-making method, which I want to see if I can grind zealots for my money. This could be a good idea, however the main difficulty is that in order for this to be an efficient money-making method, you have to be able to one-shot the zealots, because yes, something I sell for a lot, but it doesn't really matter if you can't consistently get kills on the zealots. Now the issue comes with the fact that the zealots have 13,000 HP, which on a profile where this is our best weapon isn't exactly gonna be easy, but I'm sure I can figure something out. Quickly, I just want to remind you all that you should totally subscribe. You see, I'm trying to get to 100 million subscribers soon, and I think if everybody watching presses that button, we can almost hit my goal, just barely short of it. So, it was time to begin the damage grind. Now, there are very many ways to increase your damage in Hypixel Skyblock, including, but not limited to, enchant pets, pet items, talisman, reforged powers, armor pieces, hot potato bucks, recombobulators, wood singularities, starring, dungeonizing, potions, perchance, human potato bucks, abilities, fragging, attributes, weapons. The main issue with any of those things is the fact that they all required something I didn't really have much of at the time. Money. And then, I've came across what is the best early game money making method. You've probably heard about the saying, time is money. Well, what if we took that literally? You see, once you reach Heart of the Mountain 2, you unlock the Forge, which allows you to combine items into better items, which takes multiple hours to forge for certain items. And this time increases the value of the final item to be more than the value of the combined resources you use to make the item. And after doing some digging, I realized that titanium would work for this really well. I mean, I bought like 128 enchanted titanium for around 120k. And then I sold the refined titaniums that they made for like 800k. I don't know very much about math, but all I know is that that's profit. Now with this money, I bought a lot of upgrades, and these include hot potato books, more talisman, and a better pet, which was the lion pet instead of the old Enderman pet I was using in the last episode. Okay, after very many deaths, I was finally able to make the full set of Ender armor, which, you know, took a lot of suffering against the 4,000 HP Enderman in the end. And with all these upgrades, I was able to increase my damage with the aspect of the Jerry significantly. I mean, I started out with like 1,000.
Okay, Ryan.
What?
What did your co-op members do in that time?
Do we really need to talk about this right now?
Yes, we do.
Sword of all time. I mean best sword. I'm not afraid of that anymore, okay? Captain Axel already tried that. I obliterate... Fine.
This is my channel now, you idiots. Ha 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 ha.
So basically, I am Max quit his successful singing career to start a successful farming career. And then he quit his successful farming career to start a professional content creation career. And then he quit his successful content creation career, and now he lives under some bridge somewhere or something. I don't know where he is. Hero 1 is, as Linkin Park would say, somewhere he belongs, probably fishing somewhere. Well, either that or he's getting owned by Zyphic and Volleyball Legends. Nightcat got banned for hacking Disasters. What is Disasters? I don't know. Let's go play it. I hear explosions. I have no idea what's going on. What? Oh, God. Oh, God. What is this? It won't make me trust. As I sat there trying to farm me some aura, I got shot in the face. It's not gonna reach. Oh my God, something else is reaching me though. So is it worth hacking in that game? Probably not. And Thruster has a, I don't know how to say it. Wait a second.
Job.
Yes, job, and he keeps on telling me he's making money, but you know, I'm not seeing our bank account go up in Skyblock or anything, so like, that can't be real money. He's probably getting paid in like Bitcoin or some other fake currency that doesn't even buy you Hyperions. And now he spends all of his time doing that instead of playing on the Jerry profile like an absolute casual.
Shut up, Arcade Brian. He's making more money than you probably ever will from your garbage career. Shut up, try hard, go touch some grass. If you even know what that is.
Bro, I'm not a tryhard, man. Chill
Your
out.
full name is... Your IP address is... Your base coordinates are in...
No, get out. Alright, where was I? Yes, the upgrades. So I've gotten many different upgrades, and these include hot potato books. I also upgraded the enchants on my sword a bit, and also some armor upgrades, such as better reforges, as well as reforging my equipment and a lot of other stuff. Now, on top of all of this, the most important upgrade that I had made was definitely the wood singularity. You see, the wood singularity is a pretty powerful item. Reading its description, we can see that it applies 100 strength to any wooden sword, but you can only apply it once. Now, on top of adding 100 strength, it also increases the rarity of the sword, which basically just makes gemstones and reforges stronger, but since the AOTJ doesn't have gemstone slots, it just makes my reforge stronger. And did you know that the AOTJ was, in fact, a wooden sword? Nice. With all of these upgrades, I was able to go from the 1,600 damage in the last video to over 17,000 damage with the aspect of the Jerry. And as the days went by, I bought more titanium, put it in the forge, took the old titanium out of the forge, sold it, made profit, and then I also did some mining to get my Heart of the Mountain level up to level 3, which unlocked a third forge slot, which made my forge flipping much more efficient and more profitable, because now I could flip 3 items at once instead of 2. Oh yeah, and also, the goal was achieved. Also, don't ask me how I'm doing less damage to the Zealots than to the regular Enderman when I have Giant Killer on my sword, which is supposed to do more damage the more HP the enemy has. Alright, I have no idea why this is happening. Don't question me, please. And then I did what unintelligent people might consider a bad financial decision, but what I consider as I was bored, leave me alone. Yeah, I kind of recombobulated it. Was this a smart choice? That's debatable. But you know what? Look, hear me out, alright? I'll go, imagine this, alright? I'm going into floor 7, Necron's gonna look at me, he's gonna be like, oh, I'll kill you, and I pull out my recombobulated, thick AOTJ, epic rarity, signature edition, signed by Jerry himself. And the sword will have so much aura that Necron will cower in fear and go into the lava and kill himself. Or at least that's the plan. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do some Zombie Slayer because healing items are good and I want to upgrade mine a bit, and requirements exist. So another thing is we can just go down here and one-tap these guys. Alright, because the tier 2 was that easy, I think I'm just gonna try tier 3 now, because why not? Alright, here we go!
Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? It was long days and long nights, battling with demons, so tired from the fights, yeah.
Nice, that was insanely easy. Ignore this boss time, that's not real. Alright, well a tier 4 is only one number bigger than a tier 3, so this is also going to be pretty easy. It's one of the stronger ones, but I still got this, I got this. Alright, so my recording is completely corrupted after this point, alright, but what happened was I beat the boss, I beat floor 7 solo, and then I got to 100 million subscribers. I did not got this. Alright, so that didn't really go too well, but it should be fine. Once I gotten enough damage to be able to one-tap the Watchers and also the Obsidian Defenders, or as Watchers are now called, Seers for some reason, I guess that's the proper name, but whatever. After I got enough damage to one-shot them, which was after I got enough damage to one-tap the Zealots, I grinded out the last 2 equipment pieces I need to make my full Ender set. Now I have the full Ender set, I deal pretty good damage in the end, it's really nice, over 17,000. And I have my incredible AOTJ. In the next episode, I will be attempting to begin working on my dungeon setup. Alright, just a set of gear that should be strong enough to adventure into the catacombs. It's most likely going to be like strong dragon armor, and just any upgrade to the pet, and I might even go... I did buy this, I spent a bunch of money on this, but I need to get it leveled up. I got a jury pet. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed this long overdue episode 2 of the Jerry profile. join my Discord, link in the description. Subscribe, like, leave a comment for the algorithm. And also, I will also be on vacation for a bit, so I might not be working on anything for a while, but when I come back I should be pretty active, especially on Discord, so make sure you join to get notified of any things that go on. Alright. Goodbye. Alright, wait, are you in position? Okay. Yeah. I know he spends all his time doing that instead of playing the Jerry profile like an absolute casual. Guy just actually missed. What the